Hey guys, and how about we watch Naruto vs Ichigo Death Battle? So I have basic knowledge on these two, but not to the point where I feel that I have to lecture you or even can lecture you on what the characters can do. I know that Naruto has a lot of Rasengans, and I know Ichigo has a big sword. Both of their series have pretty insane feats. Naruto can move really fast, Ichigo can probably move about as fast. I don't know. Honestly, currently, at the moment, I do believe Ichigo probably has the upper hand in this fight. But then again, Naruto does have more range than him, by far. I mean, the Getsuga Tensho, it does have a good amount of range, but it's not nearly as, I guess, accessible to him, from what I understand at the very least. They do also have super forms. Naruto has Sage Mode, Ichigo has, what's it called? The mask thing. He has, the skull mask. He also has Bankai. I think those are two separate, yeah, they are. Those are two separate things. I think Naruto has a second super mode too, but I can't remember it. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, again, I think Ichigo has the upper hand here, so we will see. Because in the end, it's not up to me. It's up to these guys, and I might get it right, I might get it wrong. I don't know, but either way, let's start our show. Playing. Dun 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 dun.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Okay.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki.
Strange way to introduce them.
Powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
So 2D. I mean, I expected that, but...
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The #1 knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel
I would say.
in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure whiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his
Failed
hardest
to graduate
reach his
from
goal.
the academy
But first,
3
he'd have
times.
to learn how to
Why they
control
have it
his
as such a
chakra.
note?
In Buddhism
Like such
and
a
Hinduism
tiny note up
ideologies,
there.
chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own.
What?
His signature
Stop.
move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he
No, you can't just brush
himself
over that,
and
please.
over and over
Please
again.
stop, whatever
Unlike
you're
the
doing.
standard clone technique, Shadow Clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
Huh.
And
I didn't know he
can
did
get
that.
Pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning
Those
chakra in
notes
his
up in the
hand,
top
Naruto
right are
creates
new.
a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented candy. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken.
I didn't quite catch that one. He used to require creating one shadow clone of something.
Blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
What?
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his
You're kidding me.
sleeve, including summoning, substitution,
What's up with a
and
cellular
transformation jutsu.
What's
He
up
can
with a
even
cellular
transform into
level being introduced in
a naked
everything?
woman.
Ho 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess there's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
What
Thanks to his
is that
heritage,
chainsaw?
Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama.
What?
Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
Oh yeah.
This state increases all
Wait, hold
of
on. No,
Naruto's
that's not the
physical
same frog I
abilities.
know.
Furthermore,
There's a
Sage
giant
Mode
frog
allows
that
Naruto
I've
to
seen
perceive
before.
the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog.
What?
Oh, I'm not kidding.
That's
With Kurama's
strange.
chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails Chakra Mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does.
At
with
least
those, right?
9
Overwhelming
simultaneously.
attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Ah, creepy tiny hand.
He can also shroud himself in a Nine-Tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive, it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form, it's spoiler time. Pay attention, cause yeah.
Okay then.
All of this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her son stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him.
What?
Oh yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Wait, you what?
Through this connection, Naruto was gifted the most divine form
That's
of energy.
that's strange.
Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls.
You know, I have to do.
which are orbs of chakra
I have
that
to
can
admit, I
transform
do
into
like
weapons and
the
destroy
OST of
anything they
Naruto.
touch.
He
Like,
can
listen to
combine
this.
all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode.
What?
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the fourth Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even
What?
dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the fourth databook, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Okay, a bit more ridiculous than I thought. Like, when did Naruto get this ridiculous?
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lifted a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He could even make
That
new eyeballs
doesn't really
for
make that
blind
much
people.
sense. That's not
What's
how
up with that?
burning
Oh,
works.
and in his final
But
fight
okay.
with rival and possibly closet boyfriend
What?
Sasuke, their opposing
Stop.
power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke,
Why are their
saving the world
arms
from
gone?
Kaguya, and
What
reuniting the split
what
halves
happened
of
to
Kurama,
their arms?
Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja. My ninja way.
Okay then. Time to see how
Shinigami.
Ichigo
It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is.
compares.
The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer.
Welp.
Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama Boomstick. Oh, she always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years
Getting
later,
pieces of
when he
that
met a woman
boomstick
named
lore.
Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out, he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
What?
Ichigo actually has 2 different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short,
Oh, God.
Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But
Wait.
he's also part Quincy, which is a human with reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
What?
One of Ichigo's inner spirits
I don't
is
know
a
what that
manifestation
is.
Of his Quincy side inherited from
I
his
have
mother.
no
while
idea
the
what
other
any
is a
of this
fusion
is.
Of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo
I
can
do
launch
like
a
these little
massive
side
slashing
notes,
attack.
though. Just so that they don't have to make the video super
and
long.
Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days.
What?
Like
2
a
days?
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And
2
according to
days.
the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a swoopy hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right
I'm
after
sorry,
that,
what?
He survived a shot so friggin' big, the
I think this has
explosion could be
gotten a
seen
bit
from
above
miles.
my
By comparing
pay
this
grade.
crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of
This has
TNT.
gotten kind of
That's like
ridiculous
Ichigo
at this
surviving
point. What am I
54
supposed to
little boys
even
to the
think
face.
of this anymore?
No. I meant the bomb from 1945, not the. Oh God.
What?
Well,
Darn it, I
twice
missed a
those
joke.
Little boys might. All
Oh.
he did to Ichigo was burn his arm, and he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities.
I thought you said
But then
you
he
didn't
lost
care.
those two.
What?
It's worth noting that while in Fullbring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai. Complete with not one, but 2 Zangetsu swords.
Why?
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest
Too
hollow
much spinning.
attacks, the Gran Rey Sero.
He also made a trip
2 out of
that
10, too
normally
much
takes
spinning.
a week in only 9 hours and 15
Are you
minutes.
kidding me?
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... Ewok? Ewok?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp k sound, so... Yowak?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Ewok.
Well, we can assume this Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazui.
I might have got it mixed up with the other enchilada kid or whatever.
Close enough.
Boruto.
Now I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Well,
All right, the combatants are set.
I
Let's
think
end
there was a
this
bit too
debate
much
once
for me
and
to
for
really
all.
understand
First,
anything
did
that
you
was
know
happening.
Naruto and Ichigo are named
There.
after food. Maybe you can find them in your next box from Blue Apron.
Okay, then, that's That's a weird segue.
Grandpappy Boomstick always said that nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own two hands.
Well,
And Blue Apron is both those
yeah, I
things
think
combined.
they were a bit too
Blue Apron
ridiculous
is
for
the
me to
number
really
one fresh ingredient
gain
and recipe
anything
delivery service in
from
the country.
any of that.
All ingredients arrive right to your door.
There was
guaranteed fresh
there
and
was
ready
some
to cook.
city nuking, there was some
Fast food
mountain
plus
range
affordable.
destroying.
Blue Apron is less than $10 per
Yeah, that's all I
person per
got.
meal.
Choose from a variety of recipes and get the meals that sound good to you.
I'm
The
gonna say
ingredients are
Ichigo
perfectly
still.
portioned and the instructions are easy to follow. I mean, even Boomstick.
It got a bit
Hey,
much for me, so
the next
let's
meal I make when it
let's
arrives.
just
Well, then I'll make the crispy wild Alaskan Pollock.
Let's
and
just see
garlic
what
and potatoes
happens.
with roasted broccoli
I don't
and
even-
sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety,
This
don't
is why
bother.
I
The
don't
recipes are not repeated
this is why
over
I
years,
don't
so you'll never get bored.
pit
Check out
anime
this week's
characters
menu
against
to
each
get
other
$30 off your first order,
normally,
free shipping by
because
going to blueapron.com/battle.
they just get so powerful, so ridiculously powerful that it's too much.
That's blueapron.com/battle.
At the very least, oh wait, hold on. There was the moon-destroying beam. I forgot about that. That might actually make Naruto pull out. The pseudo 3D isn't that good in this, but we'll see how the animation itself looks like.
Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Okay.
Whoa, he's invisible!
You can't see me? Good.
Okay, so they made it so that Naruto can't see him. Makes sense.
Coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You're dead!
Huh.
How the heck?
I see you.
Well. Well, it's pretty good so far. I'll admit that.
Bring it on! Getsuga!
And I don't have a problem with them breezing through the super forms because there are way too many of them. Can't really see what's going on all that well.
Really? Yo, not bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass.
A bit too much flashing to see what's going on very easily, but it's not impossible to.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh, look. Oh, Ultimate Ichigo.
Mugetsu!
I thought the giant thing was better than this new thing. I guess not. Or wait, no, he must have multiple of those too.
Screw you! Bastard!
Phew, who was that guy?
That's nice.
Damned. Even
Oh,
without his
look at
powers,
that!
Ichigo never gave
They're
up.
still going.
Badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's Limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while chakra and reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since
Why
Naruto's
are the
sage
numbers
power
so
gave him
big?
superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to
What
all
is
of
this?
Ichigo's forms that
Oh,
clearly
why are
increase
there
his
so
fighting
many?
potential, as well as stack them, even though many forms were in separate, unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula. But where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation.
I'm happy to see how much
Well,
thought they
nearly.
put into
Ukiyora's
this.
stasis beam
There's
form can
way too
destroy
much
the city of
data
Las
here.
Noches in the hollow world of Mundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Oh.
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Ryatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT, 4 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating it.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive
It
a
is
blast
way-
stronger
they're
than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking,
numbers are way
boosted,
too big.
Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to them?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick. If one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
What
The winner
even?
is Naruto Uzumaki.
The numbers were so unbelievably
Stick around, we're
big.
about to announce the
What
combatants for the
even?
next death battle.
Okay,
If you wanna watch exclusive commentary
it's time
on
to
this
see the
episode,
next
go
time.
over there and start a first
I guess I was wrong,
Try to grab
but
one of the shirts, too.
yeah. Oh, Batman. Oh, okay then. Well, future versions. It's essentially a rematch, but not really. So, we're gonna get Batman Beyond and Superman 2099. So, from what I understand, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, Batman Beyond is an alternate dimension Batman. Spider-Man 2099 is just a future Spider-Man. It's not the same Peter Parker. I don't know his actual name, but it's just a Spider-Man that exists in the future. But yeah, I don't have a prediction for that. I don't know. Batman Beyond has a lot more gadgets than the regular Batman. At the very least, he has more useful gadgets. Spider-Man 2099, I am not too familiar with what exactly he has. From what I understand, he's basically normal Spider-Man, but with more actual gadgets. I know, again, it's basically just Batman and Spider-Man fighting again, but with more gadgets. I just don't know how their weaponry compare. Okay, so I suppose that's it for this video, because I can't comment on that. I still wish that it was easier to actually see what was going on. It's an issue where everything on screen was flashing so much that it was difficult to make out what exactly was actually happening in the fight. Other than that, I suppose I don't have any real complaints. So, if you liked this video, then you can leave a like down there. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, you can subscribe to the channel, and I will see all of you in the next video. And for those of you who stuck around, you can have a teaser for an upcoming video.